I wanted to read a passage from a book I just finished. So I think I might start doing this a little bit more. I love reading so much. I've got volumes of books at my house that I've read and marked and saved passages from that I just find so much interest and passion in kind of literary works. But I don't read a lot of contemporary stuff and I don't read a lot of fiction. I just finished this book. I'm going to give a shout out. I would love to meet this guy. It's called The Ocean and the Stars by Mark Halperin. This book or Halperin, this book is kind of a contemporary. I mean, it says on the cover, I would have never bought this if somebody hadn't recommended this to it. It says a sea story, a war story, a love story. All that stuff I like. I don't know if I would have grabbed it off the shelf if somebody hadn't sent it to me, but somebody sent me this book. It's kind of like I said, a contemporary war story, battle story in kind of a modern war environment. Beautiful writing, great characters that I really could connect with. Of course, it's a Navy story and a Navy officer, but people asked me when we made the movie a few years back that I participated in called Act of Valor. The directors asked me about if I have a speech I give to my team before we went to war. And I told them that I did, but I said it might surprise him. And he's like, what do you mean? I said, it's more about balance and taking care of each other and our families. It's not the high ideals of, the samurai or the Spartans or these old warrior cultures to prep them for battle. SEALs do not need a whip cracked behind them to go chase enemies and go get in the fight. They are thirsting for it. But I do think in terms of in maybe a more conventional force, a fighting force that isn't as designed to go into the heat of true battle and pursue that you would give a speech that would kind of fire them up for why we do what we do and how we're going to go do it. And so the protagonist in this book, this captain, gives a speech to the crew of his ship that he's about to take towards the Persian Gulf. And I want to read it. This is a speech. There's not many people that could write a war speech that I would envy is not the right word, but I think really connect with. And Halperin got it right on this one. So this is a pre-war speech of a Navy captain to a boat full of combat operators heading towards the theater of war. And I love this, so I'm going to share it with you. I have always believed, he said, as rain drilled upon the tent and the wind tried to lift it, that women bear the greatest burden of war. It is they who must wait, they who are deprived of action, they who must be patient of not knowing, they who hold the family together alone, they who may lose and yet must continue, they who, like Athena, that's the name of the ship, have a tranquil wisdom that puts ours to shame. Throughout history, we have made the world, but we made it for them. For, unlike us, they have the gift of receiving it. That woman I love puts it this way. She says, I'm like the cat that drops the bird at the feet of its owner. And that's her. They all laughed. This is what you know, even should you not know that you know it. And what you feel when you are apart from them, you question what seems so much like betrayal. It really is for them, for women, for the children that I fight. On balance, will they be better off? Or have I been swept up by the part of me that would go to sea and debark on an enemy's shore and seek to find combat? Is it the same self that also builds, farms, invents, and loves? You may not say it aloud or think it, but your soul is divided as it seeks both comfort of the hearth, the primacy of love, and the compulsion to see beyond the horizon, the impulse to draw the sword. In quiet times, you may feel longing and regret, but I hope to make your days so full and your sleep so deep that you have little or no time to ache for home. If you stow your love in the deepest, safest place you can find, you'll keep it alive. You'll elevate the chance that you'll live, and long deployments will pass swiftly. I expect of you perhaps more than any commanding officer you have ever had, and everything that you deliver, and deliver it you will not be only for your country and our mission, but for yourselves, to keep you lean, honorable, alert, and alive. Who wouldn't want that? You'll leave the part of yourselves behind, and as the coast recedes and the ship powers ahead without cease in every kind of sea, you'll exit the present and enter that timeless realm which binds together all men at war from every age. I love it. Though it's neither glorious nor always terrible, in it you'll be awake for life. What you feel, what you apprehend, the visions that will appear, the fusing of past and present, the transformations of your soul into that of the universal soldier, whom you will come to know. For you are he, and he is you, will mystify and remain for the rest of your life. You won't be able to explain what happened to you, and you won't dare say what you suspect. But here, in this lashing rain, with the sea we are about to cross lapping at the wharf as if to call us away, I'll say it for you. You have been to another world, a world in which presence and prospect of death gives life an intensity and an illumination you'll never again see. Be grateful for what is to come, and fight as you have never fought before. Live and prevail. Whew. That right there is a pre-war speech. If you run a team, if you run your family, if you run a Cub Scout troop or some group of young folks, and there's something big that's going to take place, dig in and find a way to deliver something like that to them. Those are the things that stick with a person. I've given these speeches, I've been to war, and they got it right in this one. Ever onward.